Hey friends, today I've got a mysterious sci-fi story for you. It begins under the ancient stars of Egypt, where the pyramids hide secrets far greater than stone. A story of aliens, the blue energy, and an ordinary man who becomes something extraordinary. But before we dive in, I want to give a huge thank you to my friend Sammy for his continuous support on Ko-Fi. His encouragement truly means the world, and keeps me motivated to create more stories for you. If you'd like to support me too, you'll find the Ko-Fi link below the video. The blue energy of the pyramids.
It began on a calm desert night, under the stars that had witnessed millennia of secrets buried beneath the sands of Egypt. The great pyramids of Giza stood still, silent and eternal, basking in the moonlight. But high above them, the air was far from quiet. A glowing saucer pierced the dark sky, its sleek metallic body humming softly as it hovered above the ancient structures. The ship wasn't here for war, nor peace. It was here for energy, an ancient and rare force known only to their galaxy as Zuron Blue, or the Blue Energy. This energy pulsed deep within the pyramid's core, hidden, untouchable, and only accessible through a precise frequency that resonated with the stones. The aliens had discovered it centuries ago and had returned now to collect what they believed was rightfully theirs. Down below in the nearby town, Stephen, a quiet, curious man in his 30s, was lying on the roof of his small home with a telescope in hand. A lover of space since childhood, Stephen often gazed at the stars. That night, however, something extraordinary caught his eye. A glowing object in the sky, moving too smoothly to be a plane and too bright to be a drone, hovered directly above the pyramids. He sat up, blinking in disbelief. The ship shimmered with blue lights, almost in sync with the tip of the Pyramid of Khufu. The next morning he rushed to the local coffee shop and told everyone about the strange flying saucer he had seen. People laughed, they rolled their eyes calling him the Dreamer, the Star Boy, and worse, nobody believed him. The following night Stephen saw it again. He ran out with his camera but every photo came out blurry. He tried to show the town but again they mocked him.
Even his best friend Jamal, who lived next door, patted him on the back and said, "You need rest, Habibi. No more sugar before sleep."
On the third night, Stephen stood outside with Jamal, determined to prove what he saw. As the clock ticked past midnight, Stephen suddenly pointed toward the sky.
There, look, they're coming back!
But Jamal saw nothing. Only Stephen could see the ship descending ever so slowly toward the ancient pyramids again.
I swear they're right there, Stephen yelled, but no one else could see them.
Frustrated and confused, Stephen began to wonder if he was imagining things. Maybe he was losing his mind. That night he went to bed, exhausted and defeated. But then came the light. A cold blue glow filled Stephen's room, waking him abruptly. The air vibrated with a low hum. He turned his head and gasped. Hovering above his bed were three tall beings with luminous silver skin and eyes like shining sapphires. They spoke in a language Stephen couldn't understand, sharp clicks and tones like music from another world. Then, a fourth figure entered, taller, wearing a black robe with symbols glowing on its chest.
The alien spoke in perfect English. "Because you, Stephen, wear the key."
Stephen was frozen in terror. What key?
The alien pointed to Stephen's chest, where a small pendant hung, a blue stone embedded in silver. He had worn it since childhood, a souvenir from a family trip to the pyramids. He remembered picking it up near the base of the Great Pyramid, thinking it was just a shiny rock.
"That stone is a shard of pure Zuron Blue. It resonates with our energy. It called to us."
And with that they vanished, taking Stephen with them. Stephen awoke inside the alien ship. The walls pulsed with light. Symbols floated in the air. He was placed before a massive blue orb, the core of the ship, powered by the same energy as his pendant. The alien leader named Zar-2 explained everything. Zuron Blue was the rarest energy in the universe, and Earth's pyramids were one of the last sources. Thousands of years ago, their ancestors had placed the energy deep inside the structures to store it safely. But over time, humanity forgot. Now Zar-2's people had returned to collect it.
But the pyramids belong to Earth.
And yet the energy belongs to the stars.
Stephen was locked in a chamber for days, weeks. He lost track of time. The aliens ran tests on his pendant, trying to extract its power, but something happened they hadn't expected. Stephen's body began to absorb the energy. His body adapted. His veins shimmered with blue light. He could feel the energy coursing through him, enhancing his strength, his perception, and even his understanding of their language. When Zar-2 realized what was happening, he ordered Stephen to be terminated. But Stephen wasn't ready to die. He broke free from his chamber, his hands now glowing with the same blue force. He fought his way through the corridors of the ship, using his new abilities to evade guards and disable their systems. He faced Zartu in the ship's core, where a fierce battle took place. Energy blasts lit the walls and the ship trembled as their powers collided. In the end, Steven used the pendant to overload the core, causing a rupture in the ship's engine. Zartu was defeated, and Steven took control of the ship. Years had passed. Time on Earth moved differently than in space. When Steven returned, only 5 years had gone by, but he was not the same man. He landed the ship just outside Cairo. Crowds gathered, military surrounded him.
He walked out, glowing faintly with blue energy, and said, "I have a story to tell."
The media exploded. People remembered his warnings. They saw the alien technology. Scientists tested the pendant. Slowly, the world began to believe. He wasn't the madman anymore. Steven became a symbol, a cosmic bridge between Earth and the stars. He never gave up the pendant. He knew that one day, others would return for the energy hidden beneath the sands. But this time, Earth would be ready.
Thank you so much for watching till the very end. Your time and support mean everything to me. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you won't miss the next adventure. And a special thanks to everyone who supports me on Ko-Fi. You truly keep this journey alive. If you'd like to join and support too, the link is right below. See you in the next story.